Never watched
How?
fucking Friends. I've never seen it. I had no idea. Like, there's like 80,000 people in the game,
Yeah,
and
I was one of them.
and like the three options like Penta, whatever, Oster, whatever, and something else. Like, I have no bloody idea. So I just went for the Oster one. It's the like Penta, and most of the people know it. Shows that people.
Of course they do, because Friends is huge.
I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Friends ever. And
I kind of can't believe that. Like, it's impressive that you managed to dodge it.
like, I'm sure I watched bits of episodes if it was on, but I've just never got. I know all the series are on Netflix now, so I could give it a bash, but I don't know. I just get the impression to be a bit annoying. I find Joey annoying, just the bits I've seen of him.
Well,
There's a bit of a monkey I saw once where there's a dancing monkey. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Marcel.
Right, okay, he's got a name.
It's not really. We watched a Friends video earlier that was like top 10 moments Ross was a dick or something.
Right.
And like, it's really not aged well. There's a lot of stuff in there that's like, you wouldn't really say now.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole episode when Ross starts this rumor that Chandler is mega gay. And it's really awkward to watch it back now.
Okay.
It's really like you just wouldn't write that now.
God.
Yeah.
But people love it because everyone loves Friends and Jennifer Aniston. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, did you not have a bit of a sexual awakening watching Jennifer Aniston as a young man?
No, because I never watched it, so that's never happened for me.
I kind of find that hard to believe because, like,
there's only one episode I've seen. Well, I don't know if I even watched all of it. Is when there's like a sex tape of Ross and Rachel, and like, everyone was watching it, and like, oh, let's watch back. Oh, it's funny.
No one know who made the first move.
Right. Oh, that was it. Yeah, that's the
Rachel gets pregnant, and they're blaming each other for the seduction. That's a classic from the canon.
Well, to save you like 7 years or however long it was on air for, they get together in the end. The end. There you go. It's not as good. I tell you, the best ever ending to a long-running sitcom has to be One Foot in the Grave. Now, that was a great ending.
Why? What happens in that? I've not watched it because I'm not a 50-year-old man.
You've not seen One Foot in the Grave? British staple of comedy.
Hold the phone. Why is it weird that I've not seen One Foot in the Grave that hasn't been on TV for 30 years, whereas you've never seen an episode of Friends, which is one of the biggest shows of all time?
Because One Foot in the Grave is brilliant, hilarious British comedy, almost as good as Vicar of Dibley. So it feels like, as a British citizen, you need to actually watch One Foot in the Grave. It was so funny. I don't believe it.
See? Oh, hilarious. What a catchphrase.
Yeah, it was great. At the end, he dies.
Oh.
That's actually because they didn't want to do any spin-offs or any like Christmas specials or anything, so they literally just killed him off. It's quite sad as well because he got hit by a car.
Is it as good as Alvida's Aim Pet?
Never seen that. I know of it. Right. Let me guess. They all die at the end. Let's go turn the light on. It's a bit dark.
Yeah, Chris. It's a little bit. It's got a little bit romantic in Colin's room.
You're listening to the candles. I bought a candle from Yankee Candle. Well, I didn't buy it from Yankee Candle, but a Christmas scented candle, which was delicious. So
I bought a Skyrim scented candle from Game.
What does Skyrim smell like? Is it like?
It smells like pine. It's like cold pine. It's really lovely.
So it's just cold pine. So it's just like a pine scent that you get in a car. You know, like a car air freshener.
Yeah, but it's got Skyrim branding on it, so they charge triple the price. You know?
I used to like Skyrim branded candles, but then I took a candle to the knee.
All right, yeah, very good. Go turn your light on once I introduce
memes. 2013 memes.
Episode 213, ironically, of Heroes of Handheld, the internet's premium handheld gaming podcast dedicated to all things handheld, whether that be iOS, Android, Switch, Vita, PlayStation Portable, or Nintendo 3DS. My name is Chris, and I'm joined, as ever, by Colin. Colin, have you turned your PlayStation Vita on this week?
No, and here's the thing. I don't actually know where it is anymore. But talking of consoles from the past, or handheld devices from the past, I found some pictures of my old 2DS, and it made me remember the good times when I turned it on and played Pokemon X, and then never turned it on again. Good times.
The only reason I ask is because there is a PlayStation Vita software update out this week.
Is there stability intensifies?
Let's have a look. Drum roll, please. Improved system performance. Systems. Yep, that's it.
What more is there to stabilize on the PlayStation Vita? That's the question. Because surely it can't get any more stable. Like I think if it gets any more stable, it will just crack and and fall apart. That's what I think.
I want to apologize as well because I've got a pretty bad cold. So if anyone finds those noises, those like little kind of nosy, coldy noises annoying, you're fine to tune out.
Well, they're not
be
fine to
upset.
tune out. People can't tune out because if they're listening, they've downloaded this podcast, so you can't really tune out, mate.
I'm gonna try and mute my microphone every time I need to do a big honker, but just in case, you know.
I'm always told that I've got a big honker because I've got a big nose.
We both got quite big noses, actually, haven't we?
Yeah, but mine's just like it just goes on forever. Like it's got a big old point at the end as well, isn't it? It's not good. Should we work on that? Maybe spend all the Patreon money on having a nose job.
Let's kick off, Colin.
Can I kick off with the news, the big story that everyone knew was coming, but it's finally been confirmed this week?
Yeah, this is one of those stories that is like because we cover the news, we cover the big stuff, but obviously there's certain things that it's like because we record on a Wednesday, by the time it comes out, everyone's across it. So this won't be breaking news to anyone at this point.
It was last Thursday.
Very exciting. Yeah.
Last Thursday morning, this finally broke, and everyone knew this was coming because there was that thing with the eggs being sent to different gaming websites, pretty much like confirming this. But we are getting a Spyro the Dragon remaster, and it's going to be called Spyro Reignited Trilogy, and it's coming out in September. At the moment, it's only been confirmed for PS4 and Xbox One. I don't, because the Crash Bandicoot one that didn't come out on Xbox One initially, did it? So interesting.
No, that's coming. I think that's coming later this.
Yes, same time.
But it was like a timed exclusive.
Yeah, but Spyro the Dragon's coming straight out on PS4 and Xbox One. You would assume and hope that at some point it's going to come to Nintendo Switch. I'm probably as much. We discussed this last week, but I love Spyro the Dragon. I probably rank it higher than Crash Bandicoot in terms of childhood games that I loved and played so much of. So I'm really keen for this. But I don't know whether to hold off buying it and wait until it's comes out on Switch, because I will assume it will come out on Switch with the
there was a leaked which has now been deleted on the Nintendo web store. There was a listing for it that has since been taken down. So it sounds like it is going to come to Switch. They just want to announce it at E3 maybe, or in a Nintendo Direct.
I'm going to hold off then. I'd rather play it on my Switch, to be honest with you. I'd love to be able to take it around with me, portable version. I'm so keen. Like the art style and the images they've released look absolutely gorgeous. In fact, on the website Polygon, I've done a really good article on this. They've got like this really cool graphic where it's two images side by side of how the game looked in the original release and how it will look in the remastered version. There's a little slider, so you can slide it left to right, so you can see more of the old game, more of the new game, and get a real sense of how different it will look. And I think the art style looks really, really good. I mean, Activision have said that they're going to be remaking it from the ground up, which is interesting. There'll be improved environments, updated controls, brand new lighting, and recreated cinematics. And they creatively reimagined the characters as well, which is interesting. I mean, Spyro looks pretty much the same, but does that mean characters like Hunter?
It looks like we have lost connection to Colin. But I'm going to keep broadcasting because I'm such a professional, even though I was in the middle of a really big sneeze. I had to unmute it. So, yes, Spyro, the collection does look very exciting. The Reignited trilogy. I played quite a lot of Spyro 1. I didn't really play 2 of... Oh, hello. Lost you. Welcome back.
I clicked the X. That's not a...
Here he is.
Right, can you hear me?
What's going on?
You're good? Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Colin,
Can you hear me? Can you fucking hear me?
I hate when you do this. Why don't you, in 30 seconds, why should people be... Because there'll be people out there who maybe missed Spyro on the PS1 and haven't been able to catch up with it since, and maybe might only know it from Skylanders. Why should people be excited for Spyro?
Because it's colourful, it's a really cool adventure, the boss battles are really intense, there's loads of variety, especially in the third one in the series, Year of the Dragon. There's so many different styles of gameplay because you played as different characters, which was really cool. Like the amount of content in the games, if you want to go back and collect everything, it's probably about 10, 15 hours of gameplay, maybe, I would say, depending on how far you want to complete the game. But it's just there's just so much content there. I mean, if you've not played it, you're crazy. But this
And it's a more that's 30 seconds. It's a more open world type of game
Yeah.
than Crash as well, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Crash is very much this level, this level, this level. Spyro is like these kind of big island vistas with different like wonderful characters.
It's still
a trolley game.
Yeah, still a warp room style. I mean, Crash Bandicoot is all about the warp rooms going into different levels, and that's still the same case for Spyro, except they make it more, as you said, more of an adventure because the warp rooms are huge lands that you have to explore and find the different portals, and it's not just portals to levels. In these actual zones, there's secrets to find, there's hidden parts, so there's just so many layers to it. It's so good. I mean, we haven't actually said this. The Reignited trilogy obviously comes with all three of the original games. That's Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glimmer, depending on where you lived, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. So all three of them are included. I mean, the American retail price is going to be $40. So you'd imagine it's probably going to be about 30 quid over here, which I'm probably willing to spend because, you know...
Listing it tonight.
Sorry?
Game are listing it for $31.99.
Oh yeah, so that's all right. That's pretty much what I said then. So I think that's an all right price, to be fair, considering the amount of content that you get. So yeah, looking forward to this. Can't wait. I mean, everyone knew it was coming, but it's nice to have it confirmed. And there's a reveal trailer and loads of images on this article. So we'll put these on the article for this week's podcast, and you can see how pretty it's going to look. So yes, very excited about that.
Really exciting. What a game. I'm keen to play that. Okay, Colin.
Yes.
I want to, before we go onto the kind of newsy news, I want to point your attention towards something, which is Twitch, right? Twitch is obviously a very popular streaming service, but one of my favorite things about Twitch is the kind of community aspect of the videos. And my favorite thing that ever happened on Twitch was Twitch Plays Pokemon many years ago. I can't remember if you watched it or not.
Yeah, I watched bits of it.
And if you missed it at the time, or you need a reminder, it was Pokemon. I think Red, possibly Yellow or Blue, but it was first gen Pokemon. And the idea was that the main character was controlled by the chat. So you typed A, the emulator would press A. People would type left, left, right. It would go left, left, right. Obviously, it got very chaotic very quickly, and as it was one of these things where, as it became more popular, it got more chaotic and wonderful. And you had these this kind of lore and all this stuff that sprang up around it. Different communities who were obsessed with, running to the computer and releasing all the Pokemon or trying to finish the game. And I love that kind of stuff. And there was loads of clones of it afterwards. There was also like the fish tank one. I don't know if you remember that, where there was a fish tank mapped to a 4x4 grid. And every time a fish went in a square, it activated an input. But now, Twitch, there is a current one on twitch.tv/community controller, which is Twitch Plays Super Mario Odyssey. And they've just got to the Sand Kingdom. I'm watching
this right now. This is absolutely chaotic.
It's so funny. Yeah. I mean, the problem is, like, as it gets busier and busier, it becomes harder and harder for people to actually achieve stuff. But it's really fun to watch. And you have all these factions that are like trying to make Mario jump off the edge or make him go for the power moon. So it's just worth a watch. Twitch.tv/community controller. If you want to check that out, if you got a fondness for Twitch Plays Pokemon, this is more of the same. And obviously, Mario Odyssey is there's a lot more controls to it than there was.
It's such a much bigger game because it's 3D and open world.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much to it.
Ages, if ever they're going to finish this. I'm just watching it now. But there was a bit where Mario walked up to a character and the prompt to press A to talk to the character came up. And like everyone, like a few people in the chat were saying press A, but more people were saying like move forward and jump. So like he goes up to the character, then just runs straight past him. God, it's just chaotic.
It's very frustrating watch, but it's really fun.
Walk into a wall now. Great. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch.
The other title I wanted to mention that's not really news, but I just wanted to point you in the event of it, in the focus of it, is a game called Crawl, which is on Nintendo Switch, which we talked about a little while ago when it was first announced for Switch. I don't know if you remember it, Colin, but basically it's a top-down 2D multiplayer dungeon crawler. But the twist is that there's 4 of you playing, or up to 4 of you. You can play with less. And whilst one of you is the hero, 3 of you control the baddie. So you either control monsters or you control traps. And the idea is that the hero has to get more and more powerful, whilst the bad guys have to try and kill the hero. Whoever kills the hero, that player then becomes the hero and has their own opportunity to level themselves up. It sounds really complicated, but it's actually, once you get playing, it's really straightforward. And that's kind of helped by the fact there's only, you only move and then press B or A. The buttons are really simple. And it's so, like, it's local multiplayer, and it's absolute most fun and frenetic and chaotic. And if you ever have a time where you've got a friend coming over and you want to play Switch and you want to show them something a bit different, Crawl is a really good title. It's only $12.99 on the store, and it's like the games last about 45. Well, I played with one of my friends over the weekend. We played maybe 10 or so games, and they were all about 45 minutes on an hour each, and it gets incredible. Like by the end of, because you start off as the hero going against very weak monsters, but as the game progresses, the players have the opportunity to upgrade their monsters until by the end of it, you're the hero, or whoever's the hero is battling these like horrid monsters. And it's amazing watching the power shift, and like there's lots of, like teaming up, and you try and sort of take advantage of people not being like, you find the jippiest way to kind of try and kill them by like using these horrendous traps and stuff. So if you get time and you are inclined to do so, Crawl on Nintendo Switch is a really good play.
Looks very fun. I do remember you talking about this before. So.
The only thing is I haven't played it single player. I don't know what the single player is like. I can't imagine it would be as fun, because the whole aspect is like annoying your friends with it basically. But it's so worth checking out. Colin, next time we're together, we're definitely going to have a game of this.
A game of Crawl?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good to me. I look forward to that. We need to get back into playing Rocket League again. I keep saying it. We still play Rocket League.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do it tonight.
Every week.
After you've watched the HQ trivia with The Rock. In an hour's time.
Whatever time that is.
But by the time I just got a prompt on my phone, actually. That's going to be in an hour's time. So by the time people hear this, it'll be over, and I will be the proud owner of $300,000. So
yeah, it'll be you be best pals with The Rock.
It's going to be good. Right, I want to talk about a mobile game that people are excited about. We finally got a release date for this game. So, as I think it was late last year where we got the initial information about Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, the mobile game that's going to be all about exploring Hogwarts, interacting with teachers, and just being the best star student you can be. Well, we finally got a release date for Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, and I'm very excited about this because we've not got very long to wait, Chris. We can play it from the 25th of April. That's not very long at all. But apparently, it's already out in New Zealand, so I have to have a look and see if there's any initial thoughts on this. But even more interesting and even cooler is that it's been confirmed that certain actors who are in the Harry Potter films are going to be reprising their roles as their characters in the game. So you're going to get the voice of Dame Maggie Smith, who's obviously McGonagall, Michael Gambon, Dumbledore, coming back again, Warwick Davis for Flitwick, Sally Mortimer, who was Madam Ima Prince. Oh, she's the lady in the hospital wing, isn't it, Madam?
Oh yeah, is she the nurse?
Yeah. She didn't really have many lines though. She didn't in it the first. Was she even in it after the second one where Harry? Because he was playing the Hogwarts match, and
it must have been. She must have been in the third or fourth. Because
maybe a cameo.
That was the thing, wasn't it? He always fucking ended up in hospital at the end of it.
Yeah, so she was like one of the main characters in the books. But I just remember when Harry lost all the bones in his arm because of Lockhart did that charm when he like injured himself, and like rather than fix his bones, he made all the bones disappear. That's when she had her big role, and that was in the Chamber of Secrets. Anyway, also Gemma Jones, who is Madame Pomfrey, she's back as well, and Zoe Wanamaker as Madame Hooch.
Isn't Madame Pomfrey the nurse?
Yeah, I think she is. I was just trying to move on because I made a mistake.
Who's the other one? I'll look it up.
I'm pretty good, I feel, with my Harry Potter knowledge. I know that name. Prince was the overseer. Oh, she was the librarian. Did she even have an appearance in the films? She must have done, I guess. I know she was in the books well because she always used to block the restricted section.
Just in the second one.
Yeah. Strange. Anyway,
Yeah.
also, but
There we go.
the strangest one is that Zoe Wanamaker is going to come back because she was only in the first one, and then
Oh yeah, she's the Quidditch teacher,
yeah,
isn't
Madam
she?
Hooch. But she had, from what I remember, she had a dispute with Warner Bros. I think because she wanted more money and they wouldn't give it to her, or something like that. Which is why she never
Oh
appeared
really?
again because she was in a few of the other books. Or maybe she's in the second one as well. I can't remember. But that's cool. They're back. Unfortunately, there's been no mention as to whether Rupert Grint, Daniel Radcliffe, and Emma Watson are going to reprise their roles. Probably unlikely, to be honest with you. But the fact they've got these other actors means that maybe there's a chance. Don't know.
But
Yeah,
isn't it set before the main Harry Potter story?
I'm not too sure. Have we had details about that? I thought all
I
we
feel
knew.
like we have. That sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
I mean, all I know is that it's set at Hogwarts. You have to go to classes, you interact with teachers. Apart from that, it's all a bit of a mystery, like the game says, Hogwarts mystery, as to what the story will be about. I hadn't heard about it being set before the main, because that would explain it. I mean, it doesn't say it on this article here. I'm not too sure. But you get to create your own student, you attend classes, learn magic, form friendships, blah, blah, blah. I hope this is good. I mean, the art style isn't my cup of tea, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit too cartoonish, in my opinion. But yeah, but I just want to know whether you get to play Quidditch, because that would be so fun if you get to play Quidditch. And actually, in the image for promoting the game Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, there is in the top right-hand corner you can see two students on broomsticks flying around. So maybe we will be able to play some Quidditch in the game. Well, I'm excited for this. I love Harry Potter, and I'm intrigued to see how this pans out. And if it's the 25th, that's about 2 weeks away now, I believe. Yeah, 2 weeks today, I think it is. So as soon as we get that, I will download it. Have they said whether it's free or not? That's something that's not on here. Do we know? Do we know whether it's going to be a free game or not?
I assume so.
Yeah.
I assume it's free with purchases.
Yeah, that's what most of them are now, aren't they? But anyway, we wait and see, but that's very exciting. Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery coming out 25th of April. Very cool. Right, what else is there to talk about? What else
Welcome
to
in.
talk about? Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do very quickly Pokemon Go.
Yeah, no,
I'm
excited.
I actually played some Pokemon Go over the weekend.
No,
Because like I said, I had a friend visiting who's really into it, and I thought I'd play with him, as it were.
So did he know
that game?
You downloaded it? Did he know that you deleted it, or did you have to download it before he arrived?
Yeah.
To make it seem like you were still playing.
No, I downloaded it whilst he was there.
That's all right then. So you're not a liar.
I'm not fraud. I thought the game was going to feel a lot different, and actually, it feels very similar. With the, to be fair, the addition of the research thing is really cool.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that. Really
but
good.
the actual game, I was like, oh, this hasn't changed anywhere near much what I thought it would. But there is a Kanto celebration that started yesterday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is basically they're going to be improving the frequency of Kanto-based Pokemon. Aerodactyl and Snorlax will feature in raid battles.
Well, happy about that. Aerodactyl is one that's always eluded me, so I'm really keen.
Oh, really?
On that. Yeah.
Double Candy as well on Kanto Pokemon that you catch and I guess transfer and evolve as well.
Yeah.
And special boxes containing raid passes.
Oh, great.
Ends on April 17th. Get out there and play. And obviously, certain activities will help you work towards Mew. So that's kind of exciting.
Also, also something else. The walk distance to hatch eggs, not hatch eggs, sorry, is to get candies for your buddy has reduced as well. It's been halved.
Is that just for Kanto or is that for all of them?
I assume it's for all of them, but I'm not too sure actually. But so I'm currently walking Chansey, and it's half of them.
Get that Blissey.
Yeah, I've been working on bloody Blissey for bloody months. It's really annoying. I'm 5 away, and it is normally 5k, but it's down to 2.5 at the moment. So cool. For all the Pokemon, so that's good. Really keen on this. I mean, the talk is the reason why they've included this is because obviously the research tasks with the professor lead to potentially catching Mew. Well, I think one of the last missions that you have, one of the last tasks you have to catch Mew is that you need to have a certain amount of Pokemon from the Kanto region.
Oh, really?
So
that would make sense.
This might be there to help you because people are saying, "Oh, I can't get these Pokemon." So that could be what it is, but it's still nice. I like having the double candy, and I also like having the reduced walk distances, especially when you want that bloody Blissey, which are a bloody nightmare to take down in gyms. I tell you, I hate them. So annoying. Anyway, it's all good. Pokemon Go is great. We all love Pokemon Go. Don't be Chris. Now you've got. If you kept, are you still playing it now, or have you deleted it again?
I haven't opened it since. Actually, I'm going to install it right now.
You're gonna delete it or reinstall it? What'd you say?
I'm going to uninstall it right now.
Oh, great, brilliant, worth talking about. Right, what else we got to chat about? We're done, I think.
My phone won't let me uninstall Pokemon Go. This is not a drill.
I'm afraid that you can't you can't undownload Pokemon Go and uninstall it. Pokemon Go uninstalls you. That's how it works now. It's got so powerful.
Let's cap off the rest of the Switch news. Very quickly, 2 really good games of the last 5 years are coming to Nintendo Switch. Don't Starve Nintendo Switch Edition comes tomorrow. If you've not played Don't Starve before, it's a difficult game, but it's really good. It's a kind of 2D animate, like hand-drawn animation, where you play as a character called Wilson, a German scientist who's trapped in a wilderness, and you have to survive by not starving. You exploit the environment, you do things like build fires and make food and hunt and stuff, but obviously it gets a lot more difficult and weird and wacky than that. There's also the DLC Reign of Giants and Shipwrecked, which will come with the game as well. So that's Don't Starve Nintendo Switch Edition, which launches for $20 tomorrow. I think it comes with that, actually. It's not very clear whether the Firewatch comes to Switch.
Firewatch. What's coming to Switch? Tell me.
Firewatch. Have you played Firewatch?
No, but that just makes you think of Overwatch. I'm assuming it's not Overwatch.
Firewatch is not Overwatch. It's again, I guess the genre is walking simulator, where you are a fire warden in big woods in America. There's this job where you live on a tower for a couple of months at a time and just spot fires for people. Mm-hmm. It's a very strange and surreal and creepy game. You as it's first person, but you speak to Delilah over the radio, and you go down in things like you go down into the woods to investigate something, and then you come back and find that all your shit's been wrecked, and so what the hell's going on here? So Firewatch is coming to Switch soon. It looks really, hopefully it'll be really good. I mean, it's a great game, and it's definitely the type of experience it should run really well on Switch.
Yeah, I've not heard of this, but it looks really interesting, actually.
The story, and it was really, it was very much, sorry to cut you off, it was one of those games at the time that, it became a bit of a sleeper hit, I think, and it suddenly was like, oh, actually, this is a really good, and it's kind of intense story in here, and it's what you can also probably play it all in one session if you wanted.
Nice.
A long session, but all in one session. So,
there's no release date, is there, from what I can see on this article?
No, just that it's coming soon. I expect they'll announce it in a Nintendo Direct, maybe.
It's 2018.
But they say this spring, so
yeah, it's not too long. Yeah, I'm keen on that. I like the look of it as well. Awesome, cool. We got anything else you want to talk about? We've got anything else?
No, I think it's just group chat.
Let's wrap it up. Let's talk about some group chat. I'm very excited about this week's group chat because there's so many honourable mentions for this. So, Chris, what was this week's group chat?
So, because you're a cheapskate, you wanted to know what people's favourite free mobile games were.
It's got to the point now where I'm actually known as the cheapskate because we're getting people tweeting us saying that I'm a cheapskate as well.
But they're not wrong, are they?
Well, hey, I like to save the pennies. Tuppence is tuppence, and all that. Because you have just as much enjoyment with a free game. So there you go. Right.
What are some of your favourite free games?
Oh, there's too many to choose from. There's been so many games I've been obsessed with since I got my iPhone. My first iPhone years ago now. There's been many games that I've have come and gone in my life that I was obsessed with for ages and I just got bored of. So I've got a list here on the chat of some of the honourable mentions. First, the most recent ones, obviously, Fight List. Do you remember Fight List?
Oh, Fight List was very good.
We were keen on that. Okay, you got me into that, and I was obsessed with it for like a month, and then it's one of those things. Just got bored of it.
Yeah, you don't gradually stop playing those. It's the same with Draw Something and Song Pop.
Oh, Draw Something.
Basically,
I forgot about that one. Just love that.
The switch just goes from left to right, and then you're playing it loads and loads, and suddenly you don't care about it anymore.
I know, it's weird. But then, I find with some of these games, I'll play it obsessively, delete it, and a few months later, I'll come back to it once I've had a bit of a break from it.
Yeah.
One of the main examples for me was probably Mini Golf Matchup, which was one of the first free games I played on my iPad when I got that about 5 years ago, the original iPad Mini. It was just a mini golf game, really colourful. You played against your friends. It's really addictive, and it's always good because you could watch their shots as well and like take the mick out of them if they had terrible shots and hit it off the course or whatever. So I really like that one. 4 picks, 1 word. Now
Oh yeah, you loved that.
that's a major one for me because I probably have downloaded and deleted that about 4 times since I initially got it. Because it is a really fun little puzzle game and a little brain teaser. But then it just gets to the point where you're like, oh, I'm bored again. Goodbye. Oh, I don't know what this answer is. Goodbye. So now I've actually remembered it. I might download it again. I'm not even joking because it's one of those games that's just fun to go back to every now and then. A few more before I go over to what yours is, Chris. Perfect Kick, which was a penalty shootout game, which I was addicted to for a while. That was really good on iPad, actually. Frobisher Says, that's not really an app, but that was a free game. Was it? It was free, wasn't it? Yeah, it was like a game to highlight all the PlayStation Vita's features. Frobisher Says, one of my favorite Vita games of all time. Great game. Angry Birds, obviously, I played that quite a lot. The Star Wars version, I was a big fan of. Temple Run, another old favorite for a lot of people. Dumb Ways to Die, which I was really obsessed with. Obviously, the third one's out now in the series, but it's terrible. Don't download Dumb Ways to Die free. Download the original. It's great. So they are some of my favorite ones. Chris, what was your favorite free game? What are some of yours?
The free games that I really like are puzzle games. I think they're the ones that I get the most out of. So What the Fox was really good, which was this kind of top-down grid-based puzzle game. King Rabbit is very good. I mean, we should probably shout out HQ Trivia, which is a very different mobile type of mobile game, but it's very fun. And Pokemon Go as well, because those games are ones that I, just got absolutely hooked on. The one that I really like was the Guess Who friend. Do you remember? I can't quite remember the full title of it, but it was the Guess Who game with your Facebook friends.
Yeah.
Which was one of its free games that's like maybe Guess Your Friend. I can't quite remember what it was called. But that was a good one. Yeah, there's been loads over the years. We've had some tweets from Ethel, the frog, who recommends Simpsons. I mean, Simpsons Tapped Out is very strong. And a similar league is the Jurassic Park builder game that I was really hooked on at uni.
Oh, God, all of you were. The three of
amazing.
You were like, all of that.
Stranger Things, which is a really good kind of throwback style game, and Picross Survival as well. Really good. Yeah, some great picks there as well. Thank you, Ethel. It's interesting, isn't it? The stuff that does well that's free.
Yeah. And then what they do is they just bombard you with adverts, which is annoying. Until you confirm.
Yeah, but I kind of don't mind.
Yeah. So as long as the game's fun, you can sort
of so if you've not paid for it, you don't really get to have a
take it or leave it, I guess, if you don't pay for it.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's going to be next week's group chat?
Right. Well, earlier on this week was National Pet Day.
Yeah.
So I want to know people's favorite video game dog.
I'm walking my dog at the moment in Farmville too.
I feel like, how everyone's obsessed with those March Madness brackets at the moment, where you get everyone to vote for something, and then it's like an elimination contest.
No. What's that?
So I think March Madness, I think it's from basketball or baseball, but it's how the teams, basically it's just an elimination competition, but a lot of people are doing it for like, ranking memes, ranking episodes of a TV show, that sort of thing. I think we should do March Madness for favorite video game dog.
Yes. That sounds good to me.
So give us some suggestions and we'll rock up a table next week. How can people get in touch, Colin?
So many different ways. If you want to get in contact with us, you can email us, heroesofhandheld@gmail.com. You can go to Twitter and find Handheld Podcast. That's our Twitter. And you can tweet us because we like to tweet throughout the week. We're on Facebook. We're all over social media. You can even go to our website, heroesofhandheld.wordpress.com. Go to the Contact Us button at the top right. And then you can send us a message that way by filling out the form. You can also leave us a review on iTunes and Stitcher. Anywhere good podcasts are sold, we'll be there. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Very keen. Colin, good luck in HQ tonight.
Same to you, pal. Though you've already won it, so leave some space for us. How many people do you reckon will be playing? Because the UK one hit 100,000 viewers the other day.
I reckon it's going to be. I think about 110,000.
Is it just UK or is it like worldwide?
I think
Worldwide,
I don't know. I thought there's a worldwide game later on. I think I don't really know.
It would be weird if The Rock was just doing the UK one though, unless he's like doing the UK one.
I assume maybe they just moved the worldwide one earlier to 2045. Anyway,
we won't see.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
You too, pal.
And I'll speak to you later. Have a good week, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, everyone. Bye.